So this is Kevin Gilday and the Glasgow Cross. We're doing a track-by-track breakdown of our new album, which is called Pure Concrete. It's out 29th of May on Iffy Folk Records. And we're getting up to track 6 now, which is Break of Dawn. I can't remember where the riff came from. Did you have the riff first of all? Like, the opening riff is so, like, I was going to say iconic there. It's not iconic to anyone else in the world apart from me, but it's iconic to me. I love it. Like, I remember hearing it for the first time after it being mixed and stuff and being like, geez, like, that's like such a, like, banging opening riff. If that came on in the radio, that would grab my attention, you know?
Yeah. That's definitely a studio construction, because the song, I'm pretty sure that the whatever format the song was in, like, it didn't start like that. It kind of, because I'm sure, like, Jamie Savage, who kind of mixed the track for us, I think he was working on a different part of the song, like maybe a bit of the chorus or something, and just when he was playing it back to us on its own, that was the thing that kind of stuck in our ears, and that was one of those funny ones where we just went, that sounds like that should be the start of the song. And so,
yeah,
in a total, like, sort of like Frankenstein-esque way, just like lifted that whole section and put it to the start of the song so that it kind of opened with more of a hook.
Yeah, but it definitely works. It's definitely, like, I think it's alongside A Sensitive Band, it's the most kind of accessible song on the album. I think it's the most radio friendly. If you're listening to this and you're in a position to play us on the radio, this is one of the tracks that we recommend. But yeah, maybe it was that kind of weird. Did we have the weird kind of bassy part before then? That maybe where it was built around that cool, like, kind of a riff.
I think, yeah, because I think at one point there was like one really sort of low synthy sound that we found, and it worked for a few tracks just to put like a kind of bit of hefty weight onto different verses. So I think that was on its own for ages, and it was all quite dark and stuff. And I think it took us ages to find this kind of upbeat chorus that that kind of fitted in with it all. So
yeah,
it's actually one of the ones that I kind of I really can't remember quite how it all came together. But yeah, you're right. I think we definitely started off with that.
I feel like, was that not one from the studio cottage? I feel like that might have been you were messing about with something and just went, oh, wait a minute, this is actually amazing, and kind of try to capture it in that moment. But then it took a wee while for it to actually find its proper form afterwards.
Yeah, I think that one took quite a bit of just mucking about with lots of different ideas until we eventually stumbled on the kind of chorus that suited it. Yeah, because you're right. I think the verses are kind of stayed more or less the same, but the chorus has come through. And actually, that opening guitar thing that you were saying, again, I think that was one of the last things that we put on it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think the guitar riff was kind of really ever there until almost the last minute in the studio when we were mixing it, and we all kind of thought it just needs that something else on top of the chorus, and then all of a sudden it becomes the chorus hook and the intro hook, and
yeah, it's amazing. I think that, like, I remember scribbling the lyrics to it when we were in that weird cottage, and being really specific about, like, if you listen to my vocals in it, it's got like a really set amount of syllables and kind of like being really strict with the amount of syllables on each line and where they were landing, and kind of writing around that, which I don't usually do. Like, a lot of the time I kind of write quite freeform, and it just kind of comes from a place and I just go with it and then fit it into something. But this was written very much the other way. It was written to the form of the song. But I already kind of knew that I wanted to explore this kind of, it's not even a subject as much as it's a kind of atmosphere or a kind of aura. And I remember at the time I was like, I just want a pure banging indie chorus, just like a proper like one that you could just stick on and just like sing along with. And we really got that, and I was like, God, this sounds like an actual tune. This sounds like it could be on like get played at an indie club night, and people would get up on the dance floor for this. Do you know what I mean? Which is mad. I never thought that I'd be in the position to help create a song like that, but here we are.
A danceable Kevin Gilday The Glasgow Cross tune. Who'd have thought that would have happened?
Yeah, I mean, it was never really on our agenda to do something like that. Like, but I think at the same time, we do both love music like that. Like, we both have a love of music, so maybe it was only a matter of time before it kind of, you know, filtered through into the music that we were making in terms of our influences and stuff.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely, even though I guess it's kind of still a lot of minor chords, it's still quite a sort of, to me, it still feels like a kind of really uplifting, upbeat sort of chorus when it comes in.
Yeah.
Kind of fun to play. Lots of chorus effects as well. That's kind of one of the things I remember starting to put chorus in everything. Chorus in the chorus effects in the guitars, chorus effects in the bass, which is fun.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the most kind of poppy tracks on the album. But at the same time, I think it's maybe one of the lowest registers I've ever sang in. Like it's quite a kind of husky kind of vocal. I remember in the studio, Jamie kind of telling me to be more sexy, which is fine. I enjoy that as a note. But I was like, okay, it's such a weird thing to do in a studio when you're in this space and there's some people in the next room watching you, and it's like I have to be sexy now. Like I have to try and be erotic. I have to try and seduce the people next door with my voice.
Should I tell you if it worked or not?
I hope it worked. I hope it worked. It felt good anyway, and I think that after I took that note on board, it definitely captured a bit more of that atmosphere and that aura that I was going for. Definitely.
Well, it's definitely a fun song to play live.
Yeah, it is. It is. What was it you'd used for the kind of bassy, synthy stuff?
I think it was just I think it was a sound actually. Hold on, I'm going to get the wee studio here. But this is another one of my wee favourite studio toys. It's a little sort of Waldorf synth called the Rocket. It's massively uncontrollable. I think that's probably why I went through a batch of making a load of demos with the same kind of deep bass synthy sound, because once you've got it once, unless you start recording there and then, you totally you can never remake it. You can't save settings like you can in loads of other synths. So it's a really, really fun little toy, but it's a nightmare if you want to try and reproduce it. So it's definitely not one for the live setting. You just want to record. If you find a good sound, try and record it straight away so you don't lose it for eternity.
Yeah. I'm glad we didn't, because it's a tune that I'm really happy with, and I really hope that it's one that people connect with. And it would have been easy to kind of lead with that as a single or whatever, but I kind of like that we left that until later, and it's kind of at this pivotal point in the album and the kind of track listing, where we went on this kind of epic journey with Sickest Man in Scotland, and then we're coming right into this very dynamic modern composition that's far more kind of electronic, but also, like we were saying when we were talking about the last track, this feels more urban than rural, and I feel like that's one of the main kind of binaries in terms of the music, in terms of what we came away with, is that there was this tension between the urban living and rural living, and where they're kind of interacting and where they're kind of smashing against each other, which is interesting because I feel like you live in a more rural place and I live in a more urban place. Maybe there was something about that.
Yeah, is we battle.
Anyway, so yeah, so this is track number 6. This is Break of Dawn.
As a lazy cartographer, mapping unknown valleys, forgotten curves. Let me see in the half-light of innocence, every blessed inch, my private curve. Just as night